Okay. What's up, everybody? Sorry we're late. Welcome back to the internet where your cesspool is my jacuzzi. My name is Lauren, if you don't know, and we have my friend Alex joining us today. Alex is a lawyer here in Florida. Alex, will you tell him a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer.
No.
That's
No.
that's an important distinction,
Mhm.
and a little bit of a I don't know biography. I'm just a family law attorney. Lives in Florida, practices in Florida. It's the only place I'm licensed. So, um, gotta give a disclaimer that anything I say is not to be construed as legal advice. And I'm just a buddy of Lawrence.
Yeah. And this is my friend Bruce. Bruce, this is Alex. He's a family law attorney here in Florida.
Alex, be my lawyer.
He can't be our lawyer. He's not our lawyer.
Why not?
I don't know. It depends on what we did. What did we do?
I'm suing Lauren immediately. Be my lawyer.
I've got to pepper in all sorts of disclaimers.
You're right.
Nice to meet you, Bruce.
Yeah.
All right. So Bruce was here when we played with Caroline last week. So we're going to see how Alex fares compared to Caroline. Everybody in the audience, at some point, we will switch to true or false questions while I put together some more prompts. So when I say, true or false time, I'm going to have you guys just, you pick a statement or a fact about the case, put it in the chat, and then Alex will have to guess if it's true or false. But we're not there yet. We're going to start with 2 truths and a lie here. So, Alex, are you ready for your first prompt?
I'm ready. Hit me.
All right. And I'm sure there's some stuff we'll have to kind of explain along the way. A paternity test, number 1, a paternity test showed Clayton was not the father. Clayton Echard was one of the bachelors, and I think that was not on a season that you watched. Is that correct?
Yeah, I definitely did not watch his season. I watched Joey's season. That was pretty good.
Yeah, so Clayton came a little before Joey. So the first statement, a paternity test showed Clayton Echard was not the father. And then number 2, Laura's ex said she told him she takes horse tranquilizers to calm down. Laura Owens is the plaintiff in question. So she's the one who is accusing the former bachelor Clayton Echard of being pregnant with, she says she's pregnant with his twins. He maintains that they only had oral sex. So
kind of hard to get pregnant that way.
You would think so. Most people believe that, but this lady's pretty set in her ways. All right. Number 3, Laura Owens' attorney, whose name is David Gingras, filed a motion to make Clayton's attorney go to lunch with him. All right. You got 3 statements right there. You can see them on the screen if you need to read them back. And let us know which one you think is the lie.
So 2 of these are true, and 1 is a lie?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, a paternity test showing Clayton was not the father certainly sounds likely, plausible. Laura's ex would not be the first to take horse tranquilizers to calm down. And I've seen some crazy motions before, but I can't imagine a licensed attorney filing a motion, the thrust of which was to make opposing counsel go to lunch with them. So I will say that number 3 is the lie.
All right. It's a fair guess, but unfortunately, you're wrong.
Oh, no.
A paternity test did not show Clayton was not the father because there were no babies. The paternity test showed little to no fetal DNA. Laura's ex did say that she told him she takes horse tranquilizers, and Laura Owens' attorney, David Gingras, did file a motion to compel lunch because he wanted to have a lunch date with Clayton's lawyer, who he was threatening. So,
how quickly was that denied?
It took a little bit, didn't it? Bruce, do you
know? The motion to compel lunch?
Yeah, it was a couple days at least.
I think we waited a little bit for that one, right? I mean, It was pretty quick for this case. This case getting rulings has been kind of slow, I think.
That's true.
It was pretty quick for this one.
Yeah.
Might not be a priority.
So this family court case, as you probably gathered, is she filed like a paternity suit against him. Initially, the court case was to, I guess she said it was to get a parenting plan. So just have that background in mind. But I'm going to change up our statements here. Give me 1 second. What is
saying it was denied weeks later?
Weeks later? Oh, shit. I forgot how long it was.
I mean, we've been waiting weeks. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give away anything that's in future questions you have.
Yeah. I
Sure,
gotcha.
sure.
But there are some things going on right now that we've been waiting
Oh yeah.
quite a while for. So
The judge might have been chuckling, letting that one sit on the desk and incubate for a while.
yeah.
Okay, hang on, I'm almost ready. Let's see. You said you've seen some crazy motions filed before. Tell me about one of the craziest motions you've seen filed.
Oh boy. Well, I don't, it's not that entertaining, but
That's fine.
unscrupulous lawyers love to file motions for sanctions all the time that are completely unmerited. I mean, probably 90% of motions to sanction the other attorney have no merit whatsoever.
Gotcha.
So the craziest filings of all will usually come from people who are unrepresented by attorneys or pro se.
Oh yeah, that tracks.
And
Yeah.
that is just the Wild West. You'll get motions filed on loose leaf paper and scribbled handwriting.
Yeah. Caroline's here in the chat. She says, "Hello, this is Brenda." Caroline, do you know we can see your name?
Wow, Caroline.
Not your finest work, Caroline.
If you guys don't remember, Caroline is my cousin who joined us last week. Or you can call her Brenda, I guess.
Here's two truths and a lie. Caroline is in the chat. Brenda is in the chat. Caroline is Lauren's cousin. Which one's the lie?
I don't even know, man. No, okay.
They're not really cousins.
Oh yeah, true. We don't know each other. She says, "I'm Brenda now. I go by Brenda now." Okay, sorry, Brenda. Dr. Brenda. Okay.
Ooh.
So in case you guys don't remember, last week when we played with Caroline, I was supposed to drink every time she got one right. I have a lot of stuff to do after this, so every time Alex gets one right, I have to drink this lemonade, but it has pulp in it. So equally
Lemon
disgusting.
pulp?
Yeah.
Why would you threaten yourself with a good time?
I hate pulp. Do you guys like pulp?
Why did you buy lemonade with pulp if you don't like pulp?
I didn't. That's just how it came. So.
And you didn't know? You were surprised?
Somebody brought it to me because they were being nice, and I did not specify, please bring me lemonade with no pulp. And so
it was a gift, and you're crapping all over their gift right now. Is that what I'm hearing?
Am I crapping all over it? I don't know. That would taste worse than the pulp, I think. But you tell me, what does it taste like when you shit in your lemonade, Bruce?
Well, it was metaphorical. I wasn't being literal. I was being figurative. It's a literary device.
Yeah, okay.
That a pro se litigant might put in their handwritten filing.
Mispronounced name. Thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you, and thank you for staying with us tonight. Especially you guys who were here earlier. Thanks for coming back a second time. All right. Here we go. We got round 2 here. All right. Number 1. Clayton is one of 7 known victims of Laura Owens' scam. Number 2. Laura Owens called the police on a subreddit. And number 3. Laura Owens pretended to have ovarian cancer. Alex, you're up.
Okay, now that I know the specificity we're dealing with these questions, I have to scrutinize a little more. So, 7 known victims is a lot, but unsurprising based on how this person sounds to me. Calling the police on a subreddit. That sounds a little ludicrous, but again, probably tracks, probably in keeping with the theme here. And pretending to have ovarian cancer. If you're tricking me, she might have pretended to have a different kind of cancer. So I'm going to say the first 2 are true, and the third one is the lie.
All right. So Laura Owens called the police on a subreddit. True. Laura Owens pretended to have ovarian cancer. True. Clayton is one of 7 known victims of Laura Owens' scam. Is false. So if you want to get technical, we'll just talk about the ones that were mentioned in the court case. Then he's one of 4, but it's believed that there are at least 5. So.
Okay. Well, it's right to key in on the number there.
Yeah. I'm being a little harder on Alex than I was on Caroline, guys. Mispronounced name says pour your lemonade through a strainer. I would if I had thought of that or had time. But that is a good suggestion. Thank you, mispronounced name, for the 2, by the way. All right. Let me get this next one ready.
But then you're taking all the fun out of it.
God, what is it with you people in pulp? Here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of pulp. All right.
Different pulps for different gulps.
How's your rooster, by the way?
He's doing okay. I took a video and I'm like uploading it to my Google Drive and it's not showing up. So I was going to edit a little video to show you guys. And I can't find my video. So I know where my rooster is, but I don't know where my rooster video is.
Let us know when you find it because I want to see.
Which makes me wonder where it uploaded to. Because my phone says it uploaded somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know if I'm uploading it to like some secret Dave Neal drive and Dave's going to be like, why the hell is Bruce uploading videos of his rooster?
That would actually be hilarious. I would love that.
I don't know.
All right. Ready for round 3. Here we go. Number 1, Laura claimed in a police report that Clayton was posting harassing things about her on Reddit under the handle Silly Goose Tits. Number 2, Laura Owens' attorney said she has a credibility problem, but that it's not a problem. And number 3, despite the twins being unborn, she put in anticipated food allergies into the proposed custody agreement.
Ooh, that's granular.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all of these sound plausible.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that sound plausible when they're actually the weirdest things ever, but yeah.
Because of how unplausible.
That's where we're at, yeah.
This is a very strange case.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I've been picking 3 as a lie here. Eventually I've got to be right. But you could be tricking me with the Reddit handle there. It might be something equally ridiculous, but not quite that.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to guess that number 3 is the lie. That's probably something she would have to insert into a proposed parenting plan. I don't think that would be templated or boilerplate, and that would be really, really pretty crazy to come up with that and then insert it into a parenting plan herself. So final answer is number 3.
Okay, you finally got one right. She did not put in food allergies.
I like how you're using your legal experience to try and suss out which one of these is false.
That's all I've got because
I
have no background on this incredible situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Kimmy510 says, "Oh no, Bruce, Greg hacked you."
Possibly.
I guess he took your rooster video.
Revenge rooster.
All right, audience. While I get the next prompt ready, I'm going to have you start putting out some true-false questions for Alex. If you want, say, give a statement or a fact, and then Alex has to guess if it's true or false. We are going to do some more of these 2 truth and a lie prompts. I'm just getting them ready right now. Okay. All right. Are you ready for the next one? I
am ready.
Okay.
And I just realized I can see the chat, so that opened up a whole new world for me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cat Lady Ballerina, is Bruce leaving people surprise cock videos? It sounds like it. Yeah.
It's possible. I am just not sure.
Should we feel like upset if you didn't send one to us, those of us who did not receive one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, lost cake, yeah.
Jane Jones is being a little aggressive.
I sent it for my only hens.
Only hens? Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, number 1, Laura has restraining orders against at least 3 men. Number 2, Laura has faked being pregnant with twins at least twice. And number 3, Laura lives in San Francisco.
Okay, so she would have to get judges to grant those restraining orders. So she'd have to make a sufficient showing. I don't know in what state, but whatever the evidentiary burden would be there. So a little doubtful of that. faking being pregnant with twins at least twice. I mean, if you're going to do it once, you might as well stick with your MO. That sounds pretty plausible.
Yeah.
And living in San Francisco. This sounds like San Franciscan behavior. So I think 2 and 3 are true, and 1 is the lie.
All right. 3 is actually the lie.
Oh, no.
Laura does have restraining orders against at least 3 men, including Clayton Echard. The judge that gave her the restraining order, or granted it against Clayton Echard, actually also granted her restraining order against another man for the same thing. Not even, was it like more than a year earlier, Bruce, or was it less than that? I can't remember.
Between what events?
Between Greg Gillespie restraining order and Clayton Echard restraining order.
Oh man. I believe that's over a year, but it's not like it's 5 to 10 years apart or anything. It's pretty close, right?
Right. And the name of the person who granted those restraining orders is Commissioner Duty.
That should have been 1 a year.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Do we know if these were temporary orders or final orders?
She did like a temporary one, and then they got granted as final ones. So one of them will be up for renewal in a few months.
Okay.
Yeah. So one happened in California, in San Francisco, and then the other, both of those are in Scottsdale. The other 2. So
some perspective from Florida. For a temporary order, they're granted what's called ex parte, meaning without having heard from the other party.
Yeah.
So the judge reviewing it is essentially required to assume that everything written in the order is true until such time that they're able to have an evidentiary hearing and determine whether or not the allegations actually are true. So
yeah, it's a lot harder to get one here, I feel like, than it is over there, just based on what I've seen.
Yeah, everything varies by state, and I can only give Florida perspective.
Right. So she, in the ex parte hearing for the restraining order against Clayton is the latest. She made claims and accusations that she had actually made, or she actually made a couple weeks later, 2 weeks later, I believe, against Greg Gillespie in a police report. So she said Clayton did it in the restraining order hearing, and then 2 weeks later she calls the cops and she's like, well, Greg did this. So there's a lot of information out there that shows that her claims made in the restraining order proceedings were false. But unfortunately, there's like nothing to be done.
Sounds like credibility problem was an apt description.
Yeah, well, as you saw in one of those statements earlier, her lawyer did say she has credibility problems, but he doesn't believe that they're a problem.
It seems like the other problem in these restraining orders or whatever that she gets against these guys in Arizona, the amount of time they spend in the hearing, the evidentiary hearing, is very short.
Yeah.
So to go through all the details of laying out why she has credibility problems is very difficult. So I think that's part of the reason why she was able to get these converted from temporary to full orders.
Yeah, a lot of times the hearings are condensed. They're not multi-day trials. It's an evidentiary hearing that's really just a miniature trial. It would be maybe an hour.
Right.
Yeah. And she spends so much time texting or calling or whatever, emailing with these guys, that it creates this huge body of material. And she just sort of picks and chooses pieces to take to these evidentiary trials, which takes everything out of context, basically. And you can't really go through and show all the details as to why it doesn't make sense.
So she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's practiced. All right, let's see. We're going to go with one of our true-false questions next. Let me see. I found one up here. Well, since I already posted, is Bruce leaving people surprise cock videos? I guess we won't go with that one. Let's see.
Possibly true.
Possibly true. All right, true or false? Laura had a positive HCG test 11 days after hooking up with Clayton.
Okay. I'm going to say that is true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's true, right, Bruce? I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You guys are the authorities.
Yeah, sometimes I get a little confused on the early timeline stuff, because so much has happened. All right. True or false? Laura's lawyer posted an Italian flag in a tweet about nachos.
Oh, that is so true. That has to be true.
That is in fact true, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh dear.
Mispronounced name. True or false? Laura claimed that abortion pills made only one fetus vanish.
The picture I'm getting of this woman, I'm going to say that's true too.
That is true.
That is true, yeah.
More than one time.
Really?
More than
Did she do that with Mike and Greg?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. True or false? Laura is allergic to abortion pills.
Oh, I can only imagine how that must have come out. I'm going to say that's true too. Why not?
I'm confused on that one, guys. And this was an audience question, so the audience has to tell us. She said that she was allergic to some of the pills or something, but I don't think that's actually accurate. I think so. I don't really know if you consider that true or false. Unconfirmed is right. Yes. Okay, Mrs. Brightside 15. True or false? Laura said her vagine is platinum.
I'm going to say true again.
No, this one was false. That was actually Corinne on Nick Vial's season of The Bachelor. She said she had a platinum vagine or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it is.
I might have watched that season. Now that you mentioned names.
He's the one that has the podcast now and all that. So, all right, let's see.
People give her a hard time for taking a nap, but I am pro nap.
Naps are great, yeah. Denise Sells, when Alex earlier said something about varies by state, and then Denise Sells says, Alex, she lives in the state of confusion.
I can only imagine what those statutes look like.
Cat Lady Ballerina says, true or false, Laura sent Clayton at least 4 versions of a dating contract which specified both parties must date with intention.
Oh, that sounds so plausible.
Mm.
I'm going to say false because she actually sent 5.
Guys, how many did she send?
Well,
I actually don't know.
At
least 4, yeah, there we go.
Oh, glossed right over that.
We'll give you a technicality on that one.
Yeah.
I think you got that one right.
I need my ref hat. Where's it at?
You need your what?
Ref hat. Referee hat. And whistle.
I don't know that I've ever seen you wear that, but get it.
I don't have one. Dave used to have one. I don't know what he'd do with it.
You got me all excited for nothing.
Sound like my ex-girlfriend.
Oh my God, Bruce. No wonder you're there all alone playing with your cock.
Hey, these 2 truths and a lie aren't about me.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All truth.
Yet.
All right. True or false? Laura has stated that soaking caused her to get pregnant.
Ooh. Is she from Utah?
No.
I'm still going to say true.
I don't think she did she? It was always oral.
She never said soaking. I think this is technically false.
Yeah. Technically, because we don't even really know at this point.
Well, there are different stories. I mean, there's the story where she's like, oh, I think you put it in for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Could you call that soaking? Maybe. I don't know. But then they were talking about grinding. And grinding isn't soaking.
Yikes. No, it is not. Okay.
How many uncomfortable words can I say in 1 minute?
Oh no. I have total faith that it would be way too many.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go back to 2 Truth and a Lie for a minute. Number 1, David S. Gingras, the lawyer, edited his blog once he realized him saying Judge Mata saying Look at me, Daddy. I'm a real judge now. Hee hee. Sounded sexist. Number 2. David Gingras said he would drop his client if it turned out she wasn't telling the truth. And number 3, David Gingras once appeared on Dr. Phil.
Oh boy. Okay. One is just way too specific to not be true, I would think. And I'm going to say that he did not appear on Dr. Phil. I'm going to say 3 is false.
Oh, he did appear on Dr. Phil.
3
Oh
is
my
true.
goodness.
Yeah. All of these are true, dude. Except
No,
for,
number-
okay, I get it. I get
Number
it.
1 is not true.
Number 1 is technically not true. That's right. Because the quote was actually, hang on, let's look up the quote.
So the quote about him saying that about the judge is true. He didn't put it in a blog. He put it in a filing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, like an actual.
And he didn't edit it. It was just in the filing.
I guess I should have realized that nobody has blogs anymore.
No, he has a blog too.
Mm-hmm, yep.
He just didn't
Why
put
not?
this in his blog. He put it in an actual filing. And
Yeah.
which was not edited.
Okay. We'll show Alex the clip of when I first discovered that line in the filing. Hang on. Oh, he did not write that. Not simply trying to impress her father. Look at me, Daddy. I'm a real judge now. Just watch me destroy a young woman's life because the other party was on The Bachelor. Hee hee. Oh my God. I can't believe this man actually wrote that. Yeah, that was
that's
pretty
good.
bad.
That's wild.
What a good
It's
clip.
pretty bad, yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Cat Lady Ballerina, true or false? Laura called the police to report all 3 men violating their restraining orders in the same call.
That sounds very true.
Mm-hmm. Yep, true. And that was something that came to light pretty recently.
This is true.
The day
And
after... Yeah, go ahead, Bruce.
She reported it the day after the court hearing, where they all 3 were subpoenaed witnesses. And she reported them for making an Instagram video together where they didn't even say her name.
Was she
And 2 of
tagged in
them
the
said
video?
nothing.
She wasn't tagged in
No!
the video.
That can be dispositive.
She was not tagged.
She is tagged, but she wasn't tagged.
Oh, God. Not tagged.
That's a little inside
Well, that's just free
baseball.
speech.
What's free speech? The video
Social
thing?
media posts. Usually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. And 2 of the guys were just standing there that literally did not say a word. And she still called the police.
I think they're referred to as this individual.
Yes. And
Even
only
so.
one of them.
They're like, wish us best in the court case. We hope that this individual is brought to justice.
God.
That's it. That's all they said. It was very short, but they were all
Oh,
standing in the same
really?
room together.
They
So she
probably could
reported
have
all
said her
3
name.
men. What's that?
They probably could have said her name. They're probably a little more cautious than they needed to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Make statements.
They've all been very cautious.
Yeah. All right, Bruce, you want to read that one?
True or false? Laura offered to speak privately on the phone with one of her victims that she has a restraining order against prior to the June 10th trial.
These sorts of things happen fairly often, even in real cases. So I'm going to say that that is true.
I believe that's true, right? I mean,
Yes,
did
it
she
is.
offer to speak privately or speak with
With
Gingras on the
Mike.
phone to
She
her
would
lawyer?
I don't know about privately, but I think they're just getting at, like, she wanted to speak with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even an offer. She was just, like, trying to make it happen.
So, in your experience, you're saying that even if someone has a restraining order, they just want to talk to them on the phone?
A lot of times, you might be surprised with that evidence in hearing, in court, where you're seeing text messages for the first time between 2 people who weren't supposed to be having any contact with one another. So a lot of times there are back channels, and if your lawyer is the last one to know about something, it's not good.
Yeah, right.
Oh
Speaking of last to know about something, I gotta put that in one of these. Hang on.
That's interesting. In this case, so she has a restraining order against this guy, and she wanted to talk to that guy. The guy doesn't want to talk to her. He doesn't have a restraining order against her.
No, and oftentimes the orders are in one direction only. So the party who has the order against them is the one who needs to be careful.
Yeah.
But evidence that the other party is essentially inviting communication could be used as grounds to file a motion to have the order dissolved.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got another one for you here. Okay, back to the two truths. Number one, in her custody request, she dictated their twins would be raised in a Jewish environment. Number two, she proposed a dating contract after she tried getting him disciplined by the state real estate licensing organization. And number three, she tried to scare her victims into dating her by saying the stress they caused her would cause them to have a special needs child.
Oh boy, what a peach.
Yeah, right.
One would be extremely funny if she were not Jewish.
That's
and just
debatable.
insisted that they'd be raised in a Jewish environment despite having no connection to Jewish environments. You really made these tricky on me. I know my record is awful. I've gotten maybe one or two right.
Oh man, I'm not even counting.
We should be keeping score. But I'm going to say that number 2 is the lie. 1 and 3 are true.
Number 2 is true. Number 2 is true. Number one is false.
Yeah.
Her father is like culturally Jewish. Is that right, Bruce? I don't think he's religious, but I think he's culturally Jewish.
As opposed to, well, yeah. I don't know if you say like ethnically versus religiously. I don't
know, dude.
I've heard culturally, sure.
They have Jewish heritage.
Yes, okay.
I don't think they are practicing in terms of religion.
Hang on, let me one of these. And then the dating contract, she did send him a dating contract. He was initially her real estate agent, and then they had that one encounter where she gave him a blowjob or two, and then she freaked out because he said the next day, I shouldn't have done that, like I don't want to be in a relationship or whatever, and then that's why all this happened. So she did try to get him in trouble with the real estate licensing organization, and then in the midst of all that, she was trying to get him to commit to dating her in exchange for an abortion. So.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Right. And 3, yes, she did try to scare them by saying that her stress and like blood pressure or whatever, she would blame them if the child came out special needs because of them, because they made her stressed out, or basically. So.
Pretty awful.
Yeah.
Also, I think with Greg, after she said she tried to take the abortion pills, but maybe didn't take them right, but maybe it would mess up the kid.
Yeah.
You know? So she was threatening all these things as well.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a really random one. This is going to be like hit or miss for you. True or false? Greg Gillespie, victim number 3, is his mom is a twin.
Okay, that is
very random.
That's trivial, sure.
Yeah.
True, I guess. Why wouldn't it be?
Yes, that is true. Or so he said.
It is?
He said that on that phone call where he was trolling her.
Well, maybe he was trolling her. Do we know that for a fact?
I don't know, but
we know he said that.
Know. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's true.
A lot of these are unconfirmed. I'm gathering.
Yeah. He did claim that in a phone call where he was.
I'm I'm gonna call it true
Yeah.
based on claims. Let's go with that. But I
All
don't
right.
actually know that for sure. I've never met the man's mother. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
All right. True or false? Laura Owens got a fake sonogram from Fiverr.
That absolutely sounds like something someone would do. I'm going to say that is true.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and she also accidentally left the logo in the center of it. Yeah. So that was
So
a
for
fun
all her experience, she's still not the most competent.
right. Well, unfortunately the judge in the restraining order cases was not, also not very confident. But he like Clayton pulled up or like pointed out like, hey, this sonogram that she allegedly sent me, like this was pulled off of YouTube, and this is the same video. And then the judge, I think he was just like, well, how do I know that's the same video, basically? And like, so he didn't really get to prove his point. And then also at one point he was just saying to stuff Laura was saying, he just said, I'll just take your word for it. So
Yeah, it's a real double standard because her evidence was, hey, here's a meme that includes a picture of a sonogram, and that's a sonogram I only sent to Clayton. So that proves he made the meme. So give me the protective order against harassment. Meanwhile, he's saying she sent me this video. She acknowledges she sent the video. And then he says this video was also on this other website, from 6 years ago. And then he's like, well, we just don't know. Who knows? They all look the same. I'm not a doctor.
Judicial discretion goes a long way.
So basically, yeah, Clayton is saying she's faking this sonogram video, and the judge is just like, I don't know. But then she says he must have done this thing because I only sent him this picture, and it's the same picture. And he's like, sure. When we don't know that he's the only person she sent it to, and we don't know if it's the same picture. I mean, I think it is, but
sounds a little too credulous.
If the judge doesn't know in one case, but does know in the other case, it just seems like a double standard.
Well, that's the human element, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right. Let me swap out to the next one. Okay. Number 1, Laura claimed to have dated an Olympic athlete. Number 2, Laura claimed to have dated a famous singer. And number 3, Laura claimed to have dated a famous actor.
Okay. I'm assuming all these claims are false in reality, but the claim about her making the claim.
Probably.
Were these recent?
None. Those claims were like a year ago, probably. It's close to a year ago, and we don't even know when she was saying that happened.
The claims were made during the Clayton case.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in the last year and a half or so. We don't know when the actual dating occurred.
The alleged dating.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
But if this were more recent than that, I'd say maybe the Olympics were fresh in her mind. So.
Oh no, it wasn't like a week ago.
No.
I'm going to say that 2 and 3 are true, and 1 is false.
3 is false.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean that was a hard one. In fairness, like that was actually ridiculously hard. So
she never claimed to date a famous actor.
No,
not that we know of.
she claimed to date 3 prior men, a singer, an Olympic athlete, and a billionaire?
Yeah, a billionaire or a millionaire.
So not an actor, but a billionaire.
Yeah.
Seems like actor was a major oversight on her part. She should have checked that box.
She's got to branch out.
Okay, we got one more of these, but we'll do some true falses first. And then, unfortunately, guys, we're not going to get to go much longer just because it's almost 7. I got tons of shit to do, but we'll do a couple true false and then we'll do one last 2 truths and a lie. Okay. All right. True or false? Oral sex leads to pregnancy. I think that one's a little low ball, but okay.
It leads to alleged pregnancy.
Didn't want to throw me that one?
No. Mispronounced name says true or false. Laura changed her story on the stand in front of a judge.
Okay, mispronounced name. I'm going to say that that is true.
Yep. Okay, that is true. On the day of the hearing, she changed her story to say that she had went to Planned Parenthood Los Angeles to get an ultrasound done. However, she said she got it done on July 2nd, which was a Sunday, a day that they're closed. However, before that, she had claimed that she went to Planned Parenthood Mission Viejo. So up until the day of trial, she never mentioned Los Angeles, and now, awkward. Planned Parenthood Los Angeles was closed that day. So, fun.
This was in the middle of cross-examination.
Oh yeah.
I was just about to ask if she was cross-examined on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This story change was in the middle of cross. So the attorney is like, "You're telling us today on the day of trial that instead of this, you're saying it's really this." And she's like, "Yep."
That is exactly what you hope to get on cross-examination.
It was amazing.
That was pretty crazy.
Our jaws were on the floor on that one.
There was a moment during cross when the attorney asked her, like, the media's here, like all these people are here. I'm giving you one last opportunity. Like, Laura, like, you were never pregnant by Clayton Echard. Is that correct? And then I thought for a beat, I was like, oh my God, please admit it. Please admit it now. That would be amazing. And then she didn't. But I like held my breath for a second there. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? That cross
you gotta
was
at least try.
awesome. The cross was awesome.
No, I knew she wasn't gonna
Oh,
come clean on the stand.
No, but it was like for a split second there, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Caroline says, true or false, Dr. Phil is my dad.
I think you mean Brenda.
Yeah, right. My bad.
Oh, Brenda.
And that's as true as it gets. Everybody knows
God damn it.
Dr. Phil's daughter is Brenda.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. We'll do one more true false and then we'll do the last two truths. Hang on. Okay. Nan Bernstein says, upon perjuring herself during the trial, Laura told the court yes, but that's a minor thing.
What else do you say when you're caught? Nan, I'm going to say that that's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is true.
All right. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not missing any. True or false? Laura Owens' attorney called 911 from the courthouse when a subpoenaed witness arrived.
I love it. That's got to be true. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
This is true. I was there when the City of Phoenix police cars rolled up.
Yeah, just imagine the eye roll the dispatcher must have made.
Kris Jenner wants to know who is typing. It is very loud and bassy on her headphones.
That's Lauren. True.
I'm not typing.
It was me. Oh, and then we got one right after that. Lauren's thunder typing can be heard on all of her police calls.
True.
No, I think they said Laura, but it's my.
Oh, I should have said Lauren.
Yeah,
Lauren, I can hear your typing from here.
Well, right. Yeah, I'm typing into the microphone.
90 miles away or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, true or false? Laura posted a phone call between her and a medical testing facility during which you can hear her farting audibly.
Oh, jeez. True. It must be, right?
Yes.
This seems true.
All right.
There are definitely noises. They seem like farts instead of stomach gurgles. It's
another unconfirmed.
Things you didn't think you would say today for 100, Alex.
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
Let's see. KW says true or false. Laura submitted fake medical records to court.
Oh boy, did she get those from Fiverr too?
No.
I mean, true, right?
Yeah. True or false? Brenda once dated Dr. Phil. Thank you, Caroline, for the input.
We already established that Brenda's Dr. Phil's daughter, so I hope that's false.
Oh my gosh.
Brenda's got an upper trolling game.
Omar the Tilted Lawyer says, true or false, Laura Owens manipulated her pregnancy test with forced semen.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Tilted Lawyer. Sounds like you're a fellow attorney. Might have come up with something creative. I'm going to guess that this is false.
It is false, yeah.
I mean, that we know of.
To the best of our knowledge, that is false.
To the best of our knowledge, this is false. That's correct. Until
false,
somebody finds evidence. Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh, hey, Sarcasm, what's up? Let's see. Oh God, Cindy, true or false? After claiming she was pregnant, she told Clayton he would realize he was the father because if they were together, he would feel how tight she was.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that's too specific not to be true, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Camille, thank you for the 5. This case should be mandatory for all middle school boys.
Oh boy.
Thank you for the 5, Camille. Let's see. Omar says, I'm never having sex again. That's okay because you already have real children. So you're fine.
I mean, get the old snip. You'll be all right.
The thought of Laura Owens farts just caused permanent erectile dysfunction.
Oh, I see. It's not that he doesn't want to, it's that he physically can't.
Yeah.
This is tough. Time will heal. Time will heal the wounds, Omar.
True or false, Laura tried to change her name to enter horse races while supposedly pregnant.
Is she an equestrian? Did we establish that earlier?
I don't think I can answer that right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to guess true then.
All right. Yeah, she's an equestrian.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go to our last 2 truths and a lie, guys. Horse lady. All right, last one. Number 1, Laura Owens tried to extort Clayton for over $1 million to get him to drop the family law case. Number 2, Laura Owens applied to be a contestant on The Bachelor. And number 3, Mike Maricini, Laura's ex-boyfriend, gave her epilepsy.
Oh. That's not that she claimed that he gave her epilepsy. It's whether he actually did.
Yes.
Okay, well then. 1 and 2 are true, and 3 is the lie.
That is correct. So she did a whole like TEDx talk about this guy and how he abused her and stuff, and he's the nicest guy ever, and there's all the proof in the world that he didn't do it, and it's so embarrassing because you go and watch that TED talk and she's talking about like walking in a short dress or something, freezing in a snowstorm, and people looked it up and there was no snowstorm in Iceland on that date, and it's kind of like ridiculous. So
she just expects that nobody's ever going to investigate her claims a little bit further.
Yeah, well, this has been going on for almost 10 years. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, she got away with it for a very long time. Her mistake was going after a public figure.
Yeah, she'll take things that are true but take them out of context, or she will take things that are sort of true, but she'll twist them around. So, for example, if she says, hey, Mike, do you want to go to Iceland? And he's like, well, I guess. She'll say, Mike made us go to Iceland. You know, like.
And then they have, like you just said, screenshots and stuff where she was like, we have to go. It'll make me happy or whatever. Like, he's like trying to calm her down. She's like, we have to take a trip together. And then she's like saying, basically, I booked this stuff without asking.
So she plants the seeds, just looking for that grain of truth.
Or there's text messages where she's like, we really want to get you this watch. I want to get you this watch. My dad can get a deal, blah, blah, blah. And there's all these text messages. But then in the court document, she's like, he made me get him this expensive watch.
Oh.
What?
Right. All right, guys. I gotta head out because I have a lot of stuff to do tonight, and also I will briefly be joining Omar on his stream at 7:30, so in about 25 minutes.
Fun.
But thanks, Alex, for coming. We appreciated you playing. Everybody say thank you to Alex. And then I'll be back. Like I said, I'll be on Omar's, but then I'll be back tomorrow night. So thanks, everybody, for
Absolutely.
coming. Yeah, thanks, Alex. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Good insight.
This was fun. Thank you
All
for
right,
having
thank
me.
you.
Nice to meet you, Bruce.
Yeah, for sure. We love the legal insights.
All right, thanks again for coming, Bruce. So your rooster
Bye.
said hi. Bye.
Yeah.